verse. Add value to my work, check the volume on my work. You get what you give, and I'm loving all the perks. Easy gift and the curse, make them check another verse.
What's good? It's your boy Easily Done. And this is Easy Said, Then Done. Man, this episode, these type of segments, I do like I did with my Fanatics concept. It's sports, the NBA, the NCAA, football, basketball. I might mention some little baseball here and there, particular specific stuff, hockey, maybe. But I'm a fanatic of the NBA, the NFL, NCAA, college and football and basketball. But my fanatic all the way to 1,000, hip hop, music, trap, drill. I mean, if you know how to spit bars, you hip hop. You can tell me this nigga trap, you can tell me this nigga drill, you can tell me this nigga boom bap, but bars are bars. You gonna pay attention that a nigga know how to rap, put words together on beats. What they say on that rap makes everything. What they say, the type of beats they use, right? And that's for more conversation. We could talk about that in other episodes. But this one right here, man, listen, I cannot I don't want to say bite my tongue, because it never was bitten about this. It's just, I just feel like I want to be one of the, just to document my fandom for this artist, man. Out of Memphis, Tennessee. His name is Don Tripp. Dog, this man is, and excuse my opinion, right? Because, some people are not going to agree. I know Memphis stand on business when it comes to their city, right? They don't play. They got their favorite artists. They got their favorite everything, that's their city, you know what I mean? But I got mad respect for Memphis. I grew up in Tennessee. I grew up in Knoxville. I lived in Knoxville 12 years. And then I lived in Murfreesboro and went to school at Middle Tennessee State University, and was living in Murfreesboro a good five years. You know what I'm saying? But I can say this, man. Listen, this for the Tennessee, the love I got for that state, and the respect I got for Memphis. I met a lot of Memphis niggas when I went to MTSU. I always listened to, paid attention to Memphis rap and Memphis hip hop, and that should be something else. Should be said, like this city done held down they lane of hip hop since the 90s, since 3-6 Mafia, and you can really go before them with people like Gangsta Black and Player Fly. You know what I'm saying? But 3-6 Mafia. For y'all that don't know, Yo Gotti been out just as long as 3-6. He been out. This, he some of y'all might just be getting hip to that boy. Now he's CEO. He got a record label with some solid artists. Moneybagg Yo under him, another Memphis boy. You know what I mean? Who's doing his thing. It's unfortunate that and I'm not going to get into this because I know it's a serious thing in Memphis. Who's involved with who and the Young Dolph and Yo Gotti shit, that's none of my business. I'm going to stay out of that. But it's still mad respect for the talent that come out that city musically, bro. They've been doing it for a long time. Glorilla from Memphis. See what I'm saying? Like, Memphis just been doing their thing for a long time. Hip hop, bro. Spitters, and they rap. They got their own sound. The way they cadence, their delivery is Memphis. But this dude Don Tripp, man, I cannot state this enough. And I know some people gonna, there's another one too. I'm gonna do another episode on another artist from Memphis. He's an up and coming, but Don Tripp been out, right? Step Brothers. He did a lot. He came onto the scene with Starlito, All Star. You know what I mean? He came onto the scene with All Star, Starlito, and Starlito nice. He can rap. He Nashville. So I got love for this right here. This is some of my roots. You know what I mean? I grew up in Tennessee, believe it or not. I don't have that country accent. My sisters got it. One live in Arkansas, the other one just moved to South Florida not too long ago. But she get it all the time, how she got an accent. Me, I get that I got an accent that don't sound like Miami, because that's where I live. But the thing of beautifulness about Miami is you got so many people from all over the world that live here, you know? And then my Haitian American background. But back to Don Tripp, I just had to say something because this dude is such a spitter. Like, lyrical is an understatement, man. And he don't rap like, he got some reality to his raps. He doesn't give you a bunch of fantasy, a bunch of I got money. You know, he lets you know he got a little money. He been putting in work for a while, man. You know, but it's nothing like I'm gonna tell you about a whole lifestyle that's way beyond his means, like some rappers do. It's unfortunate, dog, the hip hop industry and what we don't do to help younger brothers. The stories we tell that are fibs. Like, keep it 100, like, with your struggle, what you going through, how much bread you really got. Cause niggas like music. You ain't, in my personal opinion, all that flashy shit is for bitches. Excuse my language, but it is. It's for females. Yeah, a man gonna notice it, but a woman she gonna want to participate in intimate activities with you because she already know you got bread because you trying to portray you do. A brother gonna be like, all right, and then you make yourself a target amongst a brother. We already know that. Certain cities you can't even do too much walking around stunting like that unless you got security, unless you and your homeboys got heavy strap, you know what I mean, or own that, because you gonna get tried. You walk around with 30, 40, $100,000 on your neck and chain, like, you know, but it's a lot of fibbing. You know, some of y'all live lies you don't, and that's why I say about Don Tripp too. He gives you a reality like it's not far fetched, and then he's still lyrical at the same time with that Memphis sound. But it's, dog, I ain't never heard nobody spit bars like this man, bro. No disrespect to no other Memphis artists. No disrespect to the city of Memphis. I got none but love for them. I'm telling you, a bunch of homies I went to school with. They know it's love. Even though we done, you know, things done fell apart. I done moved to Miami. It's not what it was. But they know it's love. I ain't got no beef. I just can't get enough of the dude Don Tripp. And he just got so much music, bro. That man dropped singles on streaming platforms all the time. Like, just back to back. Just, I just heard a feature with him and Starlito. And it was, I'm sorry, with this other artist. But Don Tripp just, I mean, man, like, dog, it just, hip hop deserves, like, the art form to stay alive. I know we like to put ages on people with everything we do now, and generational gaps are very visible. But what it means to be able to rap, regardless if you call it trap, drill, boom bap, is still your ability to make words rhyme on a beat. You reinvent it, it's not rap no more. You get on there and start singing, I don't like that. It's not rap. I don't mind it, just don't call them dudes rappers. They another lane. You know, I've been said it on these episodes, man. It's another lane. Cause you have to, first of all, to sing, you have to know how to sing. Rap, anybody can try to rap. But to stick to the craft is what makes an MC. To stick to it, to get better, to grow with it, that's an MC. You know, Don Tripp is an MC. I know it might be a term, it might take y'all back. You don't know what it is, but that's what it is. Like, everybody, all them dudes we not talked about, drill, trap, boom bap, is rappers. Like, in the category of rap. You go in a rap store, they're rappers. But when I grew up, we used to have a conversation about who's your top 5. Or it was like just something you would tell a dude in a minute. And it was always these same names in people's top 5s because I'm MCs. And then you throw other dudes that they might not be in that top 5, but they're in your top 50. Or and they just not as famous, but you call them an MC because of how they put them words together, and it don't matter where you from. See, that's what I love, how hip hop, it used to be New York and then LA, but then it went to Atlanta and New Orleans, Memphis, Chicago. You know what I mean? All these cities got, Philadelphia got like a roster of MCs. And they got rappers, guys that had a hit song, did their little thing and stepped out, but they got MCs, dog. You could have a whole battle royale with each of these cities I just named, literally, and they pick their best 5, and it would be like a sight to see. And I'm not talking. And this is another thing I don't want to disrespect too, but mention this is hip hop too, battle rap. It's just a different category because they're not rapping over beats. They just showing you rapping, poetry, and then getting at your opponent that's standing right in front of you at the same time. But you got to be a lyricist, an MC to do that, because you got to put words together. If you can't put words together, don't even step into that arena. You're gonna get chewed up and spit out. But man, once again, man, I just want to make a like hip hop 101. I might do hip hop 102. Like, break this thing down. I'm infatuated with creating a platform. You know, MC still exists, rap still exists. Why you think it was such a big deal with this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef? Because they two of that top 5. They've been in the top 5 for a while now, since the shift of some guys, you know, getting a little older now. So it was a big deal because these two heavyweights, you feel me? And as much people got issue with Drake, he's a spitter. Listen, I don't care. Listen, I fuck with both of them. I fuck with K-Dot a little more, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bigger K-Dot fan. Cause Drake for the hoes. He for the females. I ain't mad at that. I'll play some Drake when I'm sliding with a shorty all day. But he do got songs, he get down with the spitting. That's why I respect him. You know what I mean? He done featured on people's stuff. He done his own thing, and he spit. Whether he write his own stuff or not, see, that's a whole other conversation. I just listen to the music. You know, I pay attention to interviews, how you, just like I said to anybody else, what you say on that mic and how you move outside the mic. I got my discrepancies, but that's his business. I respect that man being like making #1 hits and this, that, and the third. I got a super fandom though for K-Dot because I love Good Kid, Mad City. That is a classic album. I'm talking about, that's up there to me with Illmatic, It Was Written, Machiavelli, ATLiens, trap music, Carter 2 and 3. It's in that group of albums for me. Reasonable Doubt, The Black, Blueprint, it's in there for me. Like, he hit a grand slam with that album. Then he's had banger hits like Black of the Berry, Sweeter the Juice, Institutionalized. The Damn album was a good album. It's a lot of work K-Dot got. I'm a fan of this dude. I love TDE, his label that he was a part of. He still rock with, but he got his own thing going now. So, but I wasn't gonna pick sides in that because you don't really know the real, what really it's about. That's y'all, that's people business. You know, but we talking hip hop. And at the end of the day, if you really do your research, that's hip hop, bro. And ain't nobody gotta die, hopefully. They just got word. It got deep though. And Drake ready to talk to lawyers because K-Dot fucking with his money with some of them accusations, you know. But man, hip hop, bro. I can't function. The older I get, I still listen to rap like I'm a shorty, like I'm a jit, bro. For real. I get up, go to work, man. I pray, and then I gotta play some music. I can't even, and I'm talking about, I don't want no R&B. I want my bars. I need to wake up. I don't want to hear nothing. No, even when rappers rap to the women, skip that track. I need bars or bangers. You know, everybody ain't no spitter. You know, some guys are rappers, but they really good at what they do. So, you know, I respect that too. Everybody ain't no spitter, but they really good and famous, and you know, or they really live that life. It's all type of to this, but This episode was about giving praise to somebody I'm rocking with right now. I don't know if y'all are aware. His name Don Tripp out of Memphis, Tennessee. Check that boy out. It's your boy Easily Done. We out.